Do you even binge?
Do you
We're
even
back.
binge?
Welcome
We're back.
back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Did you watch the Oscars this? Oh, you did. Well, you know what? I had the Oscars on, and you had just come home from where were you? Denver and Pueblo.
Oh,
and
Aspen, Denver, and Pueblo.
Colorado.
Let me tell you something right now, man. Don't go to Aspen.
Rocky Mountain
Stay out of
High.
If you're like a new millionaire, like a guy who just became a new millionaire, it ain't for you.
I don't know why
Like,
a millionaire would want to pay money like that to stay live in the snow.
It ain't for you. First of all, man, if you're a new millionaire, you still like McDonald's. There's no McDonald's in Aspen. And I was walking with
That's kind of
Butch,
a draw for
and
me.
we were talking later, and we were by the gas station. He was buying microwavable hamburgers at the gas station, and I was buying a coffee and a pickle. And what?
A coffee and a pickle.
That lady looked at me weird too.
That's funny.
So you're pregnant? No.
So yeah, you're at the gas station you're talking
Yeah.
about Aspen and McDonald's, all that stuff. You're sad. I thought you had more.
No, I have a lot more.
Yeah, that's a weird place.
I didn't think it was gonna be funny.
You didn't think coffee and pickle would be funny buying it at
we're
the gas
there,
station?
And had a good point.
Which was?
He got pickled. Anyways, let's move on. I'll get back to this later. We'll cut it in.
You were talking about Aspen and how it's a horrible place unless you're a millionaire and all blah, blah, blah. You couldn't find a McDonald's.
Oh, so we couldn't find a McDonald's,
There's
right?
no good coffee.
Isaac, Evan, the guy.
Everybody, other coffee.
And we were...
Other fill in the blank.
Well, confused. Oh, so check this out, man. I said it on the other podcast, but I'll say it here again because it's hilarious, and I felt like the dumbest idiot. And Butch, of course, man, he just...
Butch, of course.
You know, he goes through that every day because he don't wear glasses, probably. He probably needs glasses. So I have my glasses on, but not... I was walking, and I was looking for somewhere to eat. And then I saw this thing from far away, and I thought it said, Burgers Yacht. Burgers Yachts. You know how
Burgers Yachts, like a boat?
Yeah, like a burgers, like a yacht burger.
Like a yacht. What's a yacht burger?
Just like yacht, like bounty Thai, you know, something made out of boats. It's called bounty Thai.
Thai bounty.
Thai bounty.
But I mean, that place was shaped like a boat. But it's also, I think, had to do with the Thai boat, the Thai fishing boats.
This place had a picture of a yacht. So, and it had
to like signify all the billionaires who live there, or what?
No, it just had. I thought it was a burger stand called Yacht Burger or something.
It's weird. What was it called?
But we get there, it's Burgers Yachts. And they sell yachts.
Oh, they just sell yachts. The last name of the name of the place was Burgess.
Yeah.
So it's not a restaurant.
No, fuck no. Another like walk there for nothing.
How far was it from your hotel?
Pretty far, man.
The road can really suck.
Don't fall for that. I'm pretty sure no one else is falling for that.
I don't think anybody's looking at a yacht place and thinking they have burgers.
It was a good hotel, man. They asked Butch if he's staying there 5 times.
He's a riffraff.
Yeah, man. Imagine, man. You're a billionaire, right, or a multimillionaire,
there it is,
or a multimillionaire. That's it, right? And then you're just chilling, like
hilarious.
You're driving your yacht. You're there with your wife.
Ooh, hot tub on the yacht. I want
You're
that.
at a party and asking you, where did you see this yacht? You know, as a matter of fact, I was skiing in Aspen.
I thought I was really hungry.
I was skiing in Aspen. And I was telling my wife when I broke my back and I said, this is my last time skiing. And she said, Burgess, you should calm down. And
you're just hungry.
That's when I decided to start selling yachts. Anyway, so yeah, man.
You know what, though? That reminds me of those places. Like,
rich people,
remember
man.
when we went to the fair, the county fair, LA County Fair, which is in Pomona, like the end of the county, by the way. We went there, and they have like an expo of businesses inside like the covered tent, right?
Yes.
I guess if you're bored and you don't want to look at the fair or eat fried food or ride rides. So this place had all the hot tubs. Huh?
All empty nester shit.
Oh, yeah. It was like hot tubs on display in this room. I was like, are we at the fair? What the fuck is this? Huh?
Bathroom remodeling.
Bathroom remodeling and hot tubs.
Yes. The biggest
and you
thing.
could see all the hot tubs like on display in that room. And I was like, what is this? Why is this here? There were Clydesdales outside the door and like pigs having babies in the next room. And here is a hot tub display. Like I don't know who they think is going to pass through there and go, like, you know what? Sign me up.
There might be a guy, a middle-aged guy here with a lot of money. He's going to pass by here and go, he's going to pass here on the way to take a fast shit because we're by the restrooms.
They are by the porta potties. That's true.
He's going to come in here and go, oh, man, you know what I need? A jacuzzi to take a shit in.
Oh, my gross. We didn't need to go there.
Well, a lot of rich people, man. The uglier the hat in Aspen, the richer you are. And these are...
The uglier the hat, the more problematic, the more problems you're going to cause for people.
People in Aspen are billionaires that are priced out of Vail, Colorado.
I can understand paying money like that and living in the snow.
International billionaires live. They told me that this guy told me the local guy with like I don't know, man, he was a weirdo. He told me he was partying with Hunter S. Thompson. He partied with Hubert P. Newton. He's a time traveler.
You met him where?
In Aspen.
On a park bench or what?
I was coming out of the fuck. He looked like a scalper. When I was coming out of the
he said, "Hey, you want to buy some Felipe Esparza tickets?
You want to buy some Leah Sadiqa?
Who? Ali Sadiq?
You know he would have messed it all up.
Leah Sadiqa.
You know he would have messed it all up.
Who?
The scalper.
Oh yeah, of course they don't pay attention to what they're selling.
So he was standing outside the convenience store. He goes, "Hey man, I'm a big fan, man. Felipe Esparza." Oh yeah, that's cool, man. You live around here? I live on the street. I'll walk with you. Oh shit.
That guy lived down the street amongst billionaires?
Yeah, there's a little area where I found out that if you work 1,600 hours a month in Aspen, the city gives you a stipend so you could live somewhere at an apartment for $1,600 a month. And
did Butch sign up before he left Aspen?
He said he's never going back. He couldn't even breathe.
That's right. He can't breathe over there. He has asthma.
Him and Larry ran out of those air things.
They had compressed air in your compressed oxygen in your rooms, huh? Little cans. Did it cost?
No, they gave it to us.
Or those were free. Okay.
I used to after I farted to get my air back.
Yeah, I grew up in Denver for, I don't know, I probably...
How'd you do that, man, so high up there?
I didn't notice. My mom did, but I probably... It was the worst time of my life. That's when my dad left. We were eating out of dumpsters. It was a real shit time. But my mom was affected by the altitude. I never knew it was any different than anywhere else we were. Man,
there's no.
But we were in Aurora, which is right below.
You're up there though.
No, we were right below the mountains. It's like the foothills. It's like living in the valley or foothills of the mountains here. You know, we weren't in the mountains. We were in Aurora. So
you realize how high you're up there, man. Like
we lived on this block between East Colfax and West Colfax, and I saw South Park, and they were showing like the ghetto. It's East Colfax and West Colfax, and I was like, oh my god, that's where I grew up.
Aspen looks exactly like South Park.
Aspen is nice. Vail is nice. From what I hear, I've never been there, but I just hate the snow. I'm not interested.
The worst coffee over there in the whole city. Don't go.
I believe you.
The Darsh episode is in Aspen.
Okay, it's called Aspen. Yeah, that episode. Yeah. Well, we are talking about Colorado today, but
we're talking about the Oscars, man.
First, I want to talk about the Oscars. What are your thoughts?
The Oscars, man.
Because you barely watched it. You ate food. You played with the dogs. I think you snored a little bit, and then came in and out. But you were there watching. I was going to do a photo depiction, but I forgot to take
Oscars,
photos.
I think it was Conan O'Brien ran it smooth. I like that there was.
I liked him.
I like that he should like come in there with a horse and be all funny like Billy Crystal and try too hard.
Well, you missed the beginning when he did put himself in the movies, kind of like Billy Crystal did, a little bit, in a different way. But you were, I don't know what you were doing, taking a shower or something at the very beginning.
Billy Crystal threw in some political thing inside his speech.
What was it?
Nobody caught on.
I missed it. When he was talking about Rob Reiner?
Yeah.
What did he say?
Because there was a part about he always something to tell the truth with what we need right now.
Oh, right. Okay. Because Rob Reiner and his wife were activists, political activists. Yeah. What did you think about the show, the rest of the show?
It was good, man. I don't know about Sinner being Best Picture and all that. Best Musical, probably. I really thought that guy was going to win for playing ping pong.
I have to tell you, I didn't tell you, but I bet $250 on Marty Supreme winning Best Picture. I lost, of course, but I was quietly holding that bet in my pocket in case we won. I think we were going to win like $20,000 for that bet. But
one time I filled out this TV guide.
Huh? Let's not talk about the TV guides again. But I had a feeling about what was going to win. But of course, I mean, Sinners was starting to have this like moment, this real fervor for it toward the end before the Oscars aired. So I was like, I don't know if I'm going to win now, but I really thought Marty Supreme was going to win more. And it had nothing to do with what he said about ballet and the opera, because the voting had closed before he made that comment anyway. So it had nothing to do with that. But I was really surprised because I thought A24, they're just going to love this story. It was high energy, kind of like Uncut Gems was a little bit. But so was If I Had Legs, I Would Kick You. That's a great movie with Rose Byrne. That was a great movie. You could watch that on Amazon or... Netflix? It's a good movie, though.
Watch it somewhere.
It was a great movie. I really enjoyed it. You liked it too, right? Yeah, it was good. And I've always liked Rose Byrne, but she did a great job. But the movie itself was crazy, but also kind of like her role in Physical, that series Physical, which is a great series. But yeah,
man, like it keeps you at the edge of your seat. That movie.
So before the Oscars, Amanda Seyfried from Mamma Mia, and she did that movie Deep Throat. She played Linda Lovelace and stuff. But she said that winning an Oscar isn't important to her, and I think she did that after she was not nominated for whatever. I don't even. What did she do that would have been nominated this year?
She got a haircut that looked like Tweety Bird.
Sorry, I have a little cough because I choked on liquid before we started, so I'm still clearing that out.
Tequila.
No, tequila. Just coffee. Well, she wasn't nominated. That's what I'm saying. But anyway, so she made a comment saying she didn't think it was that important anymore, the Oscars, and the Oscars didn't mean as much anymore. And she said, do you remember who won the last 10 years? Right. And I mean, I remember, but the thing is, does it mean the same anymore? Because we were saying it really just means more for like the technical people. So like director, writer, camera, cinematographer, that sort of thing, director of photography.
You're going to work forever.
Costume, you're going to work forever. You are an Oscar winning, whatever.
You're going to be 80, 95 years old, walking up to an influencer in the future going, yeah, two Oscars.
My day. But actor-wise, we have seen a lot of people win Best Actor or Best Supporting Actor, and then you never hear from them again. First of all, the girl who won last year, Mickey, what's her name? Isaac, who won for what's her name? Mickey Madison. Yes. She won for what was that movie called? Honora. Okay. By the director who did Florida Project, which should have won all the Oscars, which I think Willem Dafoe won that year.
So she won, right?
But she won. Haven't heard from her in a year, right? Haven't heard anything about her. Mira Sorvino. Now, Mira Sorvino, to be fair, Harvey Weinstein blacklisted her around that time anyway. So you can't really put that in the same category, but you never heard from her. What's his face? Adrian Brody. After he won, he's still doing indie movies and hasn't really had the big thing he did recently. What was that one that he did that he won an Oscar for last year?
Another piano movie.
Huh? Not a piano
another
movie.
Jewish
It was another
Holocaust
Jewish movie. Yeah, it was no, it wasn't Pianist. The Brutalist. Yeah, The Brutalist. And that he won. It was many years, and people thought it was because he kissed Halle Berry without consent, like on the Oscars.
Gooding Jr.
Cuba Gooding Jr. There was another.
And a Paquin.
She won for the piano.
They also used
Yeah.
AI for Adrian Brody's accent, and he won the Oscar for that role. I don't know if he did.
They used AI for Adrian Brody's accent.
He did 95% of the work, the
Oh.
accent, but to make
They
sure
tweaked a little bit.
the pronunciation.
Interesting.
Some parts aren't even his voice.
Facts coming from Isaac Hayes over here.
Factual.
But yeah, people win Oscars all the time and you never hear from them again. Like you have your legacy people, and then you have people who should have won a long time ago for something else. Denzel is one. What's his face? Leonardo DiCaprio should have won for Gilbert Grape, and he won for Wolf of Wall Street instead. Who else? Scorsese. Scorsese should have won 10 times and didn't even win until... What was the movie, Isaac? We just talked about this the other day.
He won for
Departed.
Departed.
Not the Deported that you were in, but the Departed with Matt Damon and Marky Mark.
should have won for everything he did before. Hoo-ha!
Who? Oh, Al Pacino should have won a couple times before.
Son of a Woman.
Way before Son of a Woman is the stinkiest movie. I cannot, and it made him hoo-ha for the rest of his life. He will hoo-ha. He'll be hoo-ha forever.
Tango with a blind guy. Hoo-ha.
Great ass. Like that's all he's got.
After that, after every scene, he said hoo-ha.
This is the most fun we've had since Mom got hooked on coffee and bought that Al Pacino maker.
Anyway, so I don't know. What I felt, though, is there were a lot of international winners, which is great, but it was like focused heavily on K-pop stuff or K-drama stuff, which is fine. I'm just saying it's very noticeable. The people who won seem to be checking a lot of boxes as the firsts, like the woman who won cinematographer is the first woman who won best cinematographer for Sinners. First woman, first Black woman, first Native woman, because her father, I think, is Black Creole, and then first Filipino. So she checked off 4 boxes with that win.
Also, she likes tacos, so...
There you go. I mean, it's great. And she did a great job. I have to say...
She's invited to the barbecue.
Sinners was not my...
So.
Sinners was not my favorite movie last year, but it was beautiful. It was beautifully shot. I can't deny that. It was beautiful. But I just feel like just like the NFL and the Super Bowl and everything and how everybody got mad with Bad Bunny being the musical guest, they need an international audience, and so does the Oscars. The Oscars realizes, and movie makers, producers realize that the global life of a movie is so important now, and that basically all of our action movies are made for China. They are made for Chinese audiences, not made for China like to work with. They're made for Chinese audiences because you can watch Fast and the Furious
and prequels.
Fast and Furious 15, however many sequels they're going to have. You don't need a lot of English language dominance. You don't need to really understand a story necessarily, and it's just action, and pretty stars.
Do the acting.
Pretty stars, nice cars, muscles, and action, and that's what's selling. And that's why so many fucking Marvel movies. I can't take another superhero movie. I'll never see another one.
Be in the car.
The last superhero movie.
Shoot everything inside in my couch like that J-Lo movie.
But even you said, like, your acting teacher, who's a little white lady, who talks like this, she's like, I don't know, 60 probably. Loves K-dramas.
She loves
That's crazy. She loves them. She doesn't speak Korean at all. And this is, but it's...
They don't say the N-word in those. in those stories.
They're very pure. They almost feel like, to me, it's the same as like Lifetime Hallmark type movies.
Their
It's
drama
wholesome.
is dad's moving to another job. I'm gonna lose
Yeah,
all my
dad's
friends.
moving to another job. What are we gonna
I'm gonna
do?
lose all my friends.
You're right. It's basic drama. There's not a lot of like serious, hard hitting, like raw.
The girl I love is actually filthy rich, and I have oil stains on my face all the time because I fake scars.
I'm a lowly waiter, a busboy.
I'm a lonely waiter with beautiful eyes and a muscular body and a.
But wait, I get a letter from my grandfather, and I'm actually a prince. I had no idea. So, yeah.
But your brother's out there to kill you for the kingdom.
Oh, no. That's too serious. That's for Cinemax or HBO or whatever. That's not happening on the K-dramas or on Lifetime. Let's go to the In Memoriam. So they always...
kingdom are given to a puppy, but you got to live with a puppy.
You have to live with a puppy. That's a good one. I like that. What's the series of movies that Joey did with Dean Cain? A Dog for Christmas,
yeah.
Right? A Dog for Christmas. Look up A Dog for Christmas trailer.
There are like 7 of them.
Joey couldn't come to our wedding because he was shooting A Dog for Christmas 2 with Dean Cain. Joey Diaz, what's wrong with you? Come on now.
Merry Christmas, Santa.
Thank you, ma'am. Merry Christmas to you.
Hey, that's Al from Home Improvement.
Hello there. I didn't see you at first.
No, it does look like Rob Rigler,
Story.
but it's not.
Rob Riggle.
Rob Riggle. Rigler. I'm thinking
I know
Dirk
plenty of
Diggler.
holiday stories, maybe more than anyone. Let me see,
This is
what
the Dog for
kind of
Christmas?
story would you like
Oh
to
my
hear?
God.
Nothing too sad. Don't you agree?
This
Maybe
is the
something
trailer.
Light, funny, and
Or
sweet enough for the whole family.
this is the intro.
I know one.
This
good
music
for the
right
kiddies
here,
and us
that's a
old
Hallmark
folks.
Lifetime
I call
music,
it
by the way.
A Dog for Christmas.
Oh, it makes me want to puke.
So,
Forever music
Now-
movie, huh?
turn on the
Huh?
fireplace, get out
Every
the
movie
popcorn.
sounds like that.
I'm going to introduce you to the Madisons, and I think you're going to like them.
Oh my God.
He's a narrator.
Look up
huh?
Joey Diaz in the trailer, Dog for Christmas. I want to see that. I guess he's the narrator. I've never watched that movie and those movies, but Save Summer. Was that a thing we put together there? No.
No.
There it is. Dog Who Saves Christmas Vacation. There it is. The trailer. They're like Home Alone. It's like Home Alone for Lifetime, basically.
It's another Bannister family Christmas.
You are going to
Yeah,
have
you
so
got
much fun.
big, huh?
That's Dean Cain?
Oh my God, what a shot.
More like cane chicken.
Tubing.
No, that was Gary Valentine. That was Kevin James' brother.
Oh,
I bet the toilet bowls in this place are filled with fresh, cold mountain spring water.
But these two guys
What are we gonna do now?
have their sights set on ruining this family vacation.
Wait about 5 more minutes.
Yeah, they're like the Wet Bandits.
Oh, my necklace!
We walk in that store. We buy a $250,000 necklace for $5.
Wait, Dean Cain's his partner, his crime partner? I thought he was the dad in the
Me
movie.
too.
Gary Valentine is the dad?
What are we gonna do now? We would like to
There's Joey. Oh my God.
We're finally gonna be able to get revenge on that mangy mutt that made us spend last Christmas behind bars.
This year,
You know, Joey's probably all coked out every scene.
No, he was sober when he started
Oh, yeah.
filming all these. He was done.
Oh, getting a headache.
Oh, who's
Christmas
watching
has gone to
this?
the dogs
Oh, no.
A sexy dog. Oh my God.
again.
Please. You are so not my type.
He's just
I
there.
bought you a present.
I love it.
What are they doing with our
Oh,
necklace?
jewel
I'm gonna get
heist
it.
necklace. Oh my God.
Last time,
I really didn't know Dean Cain was the bad guy in this.
Help me!
Have no fear, my love. Zeus is coming to the rescue.
Look up how many Dog Saves Christmas movies there were. I think there are 4 or 5. I swear.
I don't know whether they were the fleacy bandits.
The fleecy bandits. Man. The wet nose
He never
bandits.
talks about this. No wonder why.
Yeah, Joey never talks about it. He just says, I can't do it. I'm filming fucking Dog Who Saves Christmas 7. Okay. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Wow.
No, there's several. 4. Okay, there's 4. The Dog Who Saved the Holidays. The Dog Who Saved Halloween. Oh, I'd like to see that one. Dog Who Saved Christmas. The Dog Who Saved Christmas
Boo.
Vacation. He was filming The dog who saved Halloween.
Cinco de Mayo. I wanna see
No, the
that
dog
one.
who saved the holidays is what he was. Oh my God.
I want to see the dog that saved Arbor Day.
I don't think he was filming any of those when we were having our wedding. I think he just didn't want to come. Let's go back to the Oscar stuff and finish that segment. We were talking about, I wanted to bring up who was
We got
left
married
out.
in December, so
December 2020 or 2014. None of those were released after 2014. 2012 was the last one. He lied to us. Joy Diaz, you got some
because they
explaining to do.
shoot everything for Christmas commercials in July and June and May.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I didn't believe any of that. Russell Peters, it was his daughter's birthday, which I know that is true. But Joey had no excuse. He just lied. Anyway, in memoriam, they always leave somebody out. Nobody can ever get this
Who they
right
left
for some
out?
reason. All these people right here.
Let me
June
see.
Lockhart.
What? Let me see.
Oh, that's the smallest of that. But June Lockhart from the 50s and 60s, she was in a lot of stuff. James Vanderbeek, who just died, right?
That's right.
Now, you might argue that a lot of these people are TV stars, but they did do some movies. Malcolm Jamal Warner, they left out. He died drowning. He drowned trying to save his daughter. And Bud Cort on the left there from one of the most seminal movies, which is Harold and Maude. I mean, every film student watches Harold
Also,
and
man,
Maude. How can you not talk about him?
Also, he was also the dickhead boss in that movie Heat.
He's been a weirdo dickhead in a lot of movies since Harold and Maude. He's also in that Todd Solondz, that weird movie, right? He's like the creeper.
You know what I told that guy, man? I get a cut of your pay every week. Not him.
That's John Boyd. Oh. No, but he's a weird looking. He was a
Also,
character actor
He was
for a while.
he was the accountant in that movie Team Sisu Life.
Oh, that's right. Life Aquatic.
Life Aquatic, yeah.
And who else? Go back to the pictures there. I forgot who else there. Oh yeah, Robert Carradine.
And my brother died. Juan Carlos. Oh
no. He doesn't look like Juan Carlos. But Robert Carradine, I mean, how do you not honor a Carradine who died, first of all, because he's part of a legacy family, for one. But he was in the 80s movies of all 80s movies. Like, he was in Revenge of the Nerds. I don't know how many they made, 4 or whatever. He's also like... He's been in so many things. He was in movies back in the day. I think he's in a movie with John Wayne, right? And John Wayne got mad at him. Like, that was the first. He was in a lot of movies, first of all. But I was really sad to hear that they left him out. But this is what's his name? Dean? Dane. Eric Dane. Eric Dane died.
No way.
Yeah, and he had
who's that?
Lou Gehrig's disease. That's Brigitte Bardot. She did not look like that when she died. She was much, much older. I asked Isaac to pull her young picture because I remember Isaac had a little postcard he bought at the store. Remember the stationery store? And he wanted to get this picture of Brigitte Bardot. He probably doesn't even remember this. And and he held it up and he put it in his shirt pocket all the time. And it was like a little postcard thing. And then you put it on the counter or something and he didn't see it anymore. And he was like frantic for where his picture was. Yeah, you really loved that picture for some reason. I think you liked her. Yeah, it wasn't that picture. She had a shirt tied or something.
Them two, and who else was
I think that's it. Who else? Anybody else on that list?
Also the voice of Sheen.
The voice of Sheen. He didn't get I guess were there Jimmy Neutron movies?
No,
made for theater.
They don't usually do voiceovers on these things.
No, they do. They will. They will do executives, agents, like if you were a super agent or even a lawyer sometimes. But I looked into like why people get left off because my first thing when you complain about like not being included in stuff when you're part of a bigger group of things or like Netflix is a joke festival or whatever it might be. When you complain about not getting enough coverage or announcement or whatever, I just always pass it off as because I know there's hundreds of interns working on these things when they come up to when it's like showtime and you've got a big event coming. They hire a bunch of interns and they pass this shit on to them. And they just don't catch everybody. That's my first opinion of what happens. But then they also said, well, you know, we have a lot of people emailing us or contacting us with people they think should be honored, right? And it could be like somebody who made a documentary back in the 80s and they died or whatever. They just got to vet and see if they're worthy of this. But I feel like that's bullshit. They're not making determinations. There's no board. I think it's a bunch of interns who just are getting paid to do regular shit and work on the Oscars and here, make us a list, and they just Google and they go with whatever they find. Who died that year? That's my opinion. But their official answer is that they get a lot of requests and they have a board that decides. But there's no way you're going to decide to leave off Robert Carradine for one. Malcolm Jamal Warner. Malcolm Jamal Warner, I mean, he wasn't just in TV, but you know, and also they left off a guy. This one guy was really disappointed his father didn't get honored. And his father, I guess, created the whole IMAX filming capability. No, next year. Anyway, we got to move on. And start our actual show. There's a lot of talk.
Do you even binge? We're talking about a lot of 80s movies.
No, we're not.
There's a lot of 80s movies out there, but we're talking only about 2.
We're talking about 2 today specifically.
And it's
from
the
Savage...
weirdest movies I ever seen in my life. And you want looking for a movie that you kind of you watch. You remember watching a little kid, but you don't remember anything about the movie. These are the movies to put up when you want to go to sleep.
What an intro! When you want to go to sleep. Well, I can attest to the fact that you fell asleep probably 3 times on the first movie.
I was better off dead.
And then probably 4 times. I think we tried 4 times to binge the second one, One Crazy Summer, and you finally finished it yesterday, right? But we chose 2 films. One is, these are both Savage Steve Holland. He only did 2 major films. And the rest of his career, he did TV.
I was very surprised. I thought he had more movies.
No, but these 2 movies, though, are cult classics from the 80s, and they are deeply loved by a lot of people in the 80s, filmmakers and fans. No, they're not. We're in our 50s. Savage Steve Holland
49.
did Better Off Dead in 1985. What?
1985?
Yes. And then One Crazy Summer in 1986. Both starring John Cusack, both involving animation, since he's also an animator. Savage Steve Holland is an
Henry
animator.
Winkler recommended John Cusack?
Yeah, because he had produced Sure Thing, I think, right? Before.
The hell no, he ain't good looking.
Yeah, they didn't think he couldn't lead a movie. He does lead movies. He's just, they're weirder movies. The guy just saw him as a sidekick on 16 Candles. Well, yeah, he didn't have much to do in 16 Candles. I think he just had braces and was a weirdo. He was one of like several weirdos that were friends with Anthony Michael Hall, Farmer Ted.
Really well.
But, okay, so let's show, okay, so Steve Holland, he directed these 2 movies. He started his career animating the Whammies on the game show Press Your Luck. You can go ahead and play a couple of these.
Big bucks, big bucks.
He created that game?
No, he just did these animations here. When you get a whammy, this little guy shows up. He just did these little animations, so this is how he started in the industry as an animator.
That was before computerized stuff, huh?
Yeah, he hand drew these things. Another whammy. Just these little guys, these little bumper things. That guy has 3 whammies, man.
She has to spin all 10 of them.
Yes, she does have to spin all 10.
He's from Miami.
Okay, they go to Adriana.
Adriana is.
Well, they're still sponsored by the Chamois?
No, Sham Wow did not exist back then. One more whammy and then we'll close out of here. Come on. You're missing all the whammies. These are all whammies.
If you have that haircut right now, man, your favorite pants are sweats.
Oh my God. This is supposed to be all whammies. There we go. Last whammy. Oh, they didn't even show one. Whack. Okay, close out of there.
Whammy.
Anyway, he drew those. And then all the movies bombed tremendously and got negative reviews. And I think that's what forced him to go back into animation and back to TV and like with his tail between his legs. But he shouldn't have. He just should have stuck it out and made more stuff, you know? He created that animated show Eek the Cat, which I never watched, but it was pretty popular for Fox for a while. And then he directed a bunch of stuff on TV like Beans Baxter, which I loved. It was like a sort of teen detective show, right? Back in the day. Anyway, so this is Better Off Dead here, the trailer. It's mostly autobiographical for himself because his girlfriend did break up with him and he considered killing himself, but
she later on saw the movie and apologized.
Failed. The girlfriend?
Yeah.
Everyone is smart.
That, you know, that's the Porky's from Porky's, by the way. I didn't know that. I never saw Porky's.
Yeah.
I never actually watched the Porky's movies.
Just ran off with your
There's Porky's 1, 2, and 3.
This is the, I'll use a big word here, $5 word here. This is the penultimate 80s film right here because it's got skiing.
Well, you might be right.
Asshole rich guys.
But remember one
a somewhat nerdy lead character who doesn't really get the girl until the end.
I can outski you any day of the week.
It's just got all the things.
Yeah, you want to race? I'll take you on any day, sucker. Go that way. Really?
And it's got Booger, by the way. He's right there. Booger from Revenge of the Nerds, Curtis Armstrong.
All you need is guts.
All right. Now turn. I'm gonna race. I'm gonna lose, and I'm gonna die in that order. Go!
And you'll never doubt yourself again.
You know that guy that played that dick, the asshole?
Yeah.
And he went into the audition. He goes, who's the fat guy skiing?
Abnormal look at a normal teenager.
No, he said, who's the chubby kid?
Skiing?
No, the guy sitting in the room.
No, he goes, the guy who goes, who's the chubby guy that could ski? Who's the chubby guy skiing? And there was that guy that was reading for Roy.
No, he goes in and the director's sitting in the waiting room.
Yeah.
He doesn't know he's the director.
Yeah.
And he said, who's the chubby kid? But it was the director.
Yeah, but he also mentioned skiing.
Oh, I don't know. He is a skier, though. But he went off and became a ski instructor. I didn't do the fake Fred Stoller, no.
And he got the role right there, huh?
Yeah, he got the role right there. But he was asking who the chubby kid was, and that was the director. Oh, by the way, okay, so this scene came up when they're in the classroom, and Felipe and I were like Leonardo DiCaprio in Once Upon a Time. We were like, oh my God, that's Fred Stoller. We know Fred. And I texting Fred at 9:30 at night, dude, you never told me you're in Better Off Dead. And he said, I don't know who you're confusing me with in that movie, but
the guy
I
with the
wasn't
glasses
in that.
right in the front, he's in 16 Candles.
He's in a lot of movies as a nerd in the 80s, that guy in the front. Yeah, but he is in 16 Candles. But I swear that was Fred, and I zoomed in, and I said, that's not you? I put an arrow on the picture, and I texted it to him. He said, no, that's not me. I really thought it was him, man. Because that could have been him. It's not too crazy.
No.
Yeah, John Cusack, Curtis Armstrong. Amanda Weiss plays Beth, the girl who dumps him. She was in Nightmare on Elm Street, the first one. She's the first woman who dies in her bed. Kim Darby and Diane Franklin. Kim Darby plays the mom. Diane Franklin plays Monique, the French foreign exchange student. And 2 years earlier from this movie, I watched a movie called Summergirl. That was a TV movie for CBS. And it was Kim Darby as the mom and Diane Franklin as the nanny who steals her husband, the mom's husband, Barry Bostwick, of all people. And that movie was like a precursor to, and it wasn't related in any way to Hand That Rocks the Cradle, but it is the same sort of thing as Hand That Rocks the Cradle. Like she drugs the kids and like turns them against the mom and everything like that. Play the little trailer from that.
When this mother hired a summer girl to help with the kids, she had no way of knowing how the girl would react to her handsome husband.
She just
but
sitting there.
never expected it could possibly go this far.
I want to make you feel good, Gavin. They want me to stay. They'll get over
That's a
it.
French girl?
Yeah.
I want my family back.
Kim Darby and Barry Bostwick
Oh,
star
that
in
blows.
Summergirl. Next.
You don't understand, Gavin. She drugged me and kidnapped the kids.
And a haircut too?
Barry, I think that's, I don't know if that's the movie where Barry Bostwick wears that horrible headband, but anyway, his hair was always like bouncing and behaving. Okay, let's play one of Lane Meyer's unsuccessful suicide attempts. You know, it is Better Off Dead, and it is him attempting suicide and failing suicide several times. But that's just a little part of the movie. And honestly, I don't think this could be made today by highlighting suicide, which really didn't seem highlighted in this movie. But today they would say you're glorifying suicide or you're promoting suicide, which is not. It's just that sometimes when you go through a bad breakup, you feel like this. It doesn't mean you really are going to kill yourself. And he doesn't end up wanting to. He ends up really finding a purpose in life. But it's not that deep. It's not that dramatic. It's, you know, any mention of suicide. You can't even say suicide. You have to say unalive yourself. What world are we living in now? But go ahead and play. So he has several failed suicide attempts before he realizes he doesn't want to leave.
It's a little awkward, me being a cartoon and all. I was just wondering how you'd feel if I took out Beth.
So everybody and their mother wants to date his ex-girlfriend now that she dumped him. Everybody and their mother, everybody and their uncle. So he's just depressed, basically.
Like Rambo now.
And he looks like Rambo. He's gonna light himself on fire. But then he gets called to dinner. His paint primer right there.
Matches.
Oh, Lane, where have you been? We've all been waiting for you. You come and sit right down here. Have you met Monique?
Right.
So Ricky and his mom live across the street, and they brought in a French exchange student.
First, we have...
in hopes that she would want to date Ricky. Dan Schneider, by the way, who's been canceled for the last few years.
And...
that Rodrigo right there.
He is Rodrigo.
dressing. And...
she's trying to impress the French student.
French bread. And to drink.
Worst dinner ever.
Worst.
Peru.
Jenny Meyer, you really do go to the outer limits to make an impression.
Whoa, Monique. Enjoying your stay in our town?
I say, are you enjoying your stay in our town?
She doesn't speak English, Dad.
Of course she does.
Are you enjoying your stay?
It's no good, Al. She don't speak a word.
Yeah, I thought these foreign exchange students had to speak some amount of English to come over here.
Well, as we're discovering around our household, you don't need words to speak the international language. Right, Ricky? The international language. You know.
Love.
Love. The language of love. I think Monique and our little Ricky have a regular cross-continental romance brewing here.
Him?
Mm-hmm.
And her.
Just eating bread and shit.
That makes sense.
He's gonna light himself on fire right there.
Où sont les toilettes?
What does that mean?
S'il vous plaît. I
She's
think
like,
she
I don't
wants
know.
to use a bathroom. It's down the hall. Second door.
She's drinking that primer like it's nothing.
Jennifer, this is fabulous liqueur. Reminds me of the moonshine Ricky's dead pappy used to make. God bless him.
Mrs. Smith, no, wait! Gee, I'm real sorry your mom blew up, Ricky.
End it there. Yeah, so that is Ricky and his mom and the French exchange student. Dan Schneider, by the way, canceled from Nickelodeon and all that stuff. He's also, I think, I didn't see the documentary Quiet on the Set that talks about a lot of the childhood inappropriate stuff happening on children's television and also some sexual abuse. So a lot of people think he actually sexually abused some of these people, but that's never been alleged at all. He just was inappropriate. He asked for massages on set. He wrote a lot of stuff that was like it was like double entendres in the script. You know, he allowed everybody to drink alcohol on the set teens. So it was inappropriate and crossed the line, but he never sexually abused anybody. That nobody's ever accused him, I should say. I don't know what his past involves, but he's one of those guys that got just pulled into that vortex. But he did quit working with Nickelodeon. He was very successful making some teen shows and stuff. So there's a big cast of characters in this. There's his friend Charles, which we saw briefly in the earlier scene. He's always trying to get drugs out in the suburbs.
And I think I'm onto something here. This is pure snow. It's everywhere. Have you any idea what the street value of this mountain is? Charles. Wait a minute, hold it.
Those look like those gloves in the 80s that designs appeared on when you got in the snow. Remember those? Oh, you're in LA. You didn't have those.
I think I froze the left half of my brain. Look, I can't move my right arm.
There's the weird little brother. I think it's like 12 or something. This kid doesn't have one line in the whole movie, by the way. But he's like a little Stewie. You said he was like Stewie, constantly trying to build.
Figure it out, Badger. I mean, you seem like a smart kid. Why do you waste your time with all this kid stuff garbage?
But he's also always trying to figure out ways to get chicks and blow stuff up. And he's building a space shuttle, I guess, right? Toward the end?
Yeah. But like cardboard.
Yeah. Oh, he keeps sending away for like coupons, like free things in the mail, and he ends up putting things together and creating a space shuttle. Also, the Japanese brothers who learned English solely by watching Wide World of Sports and Howard Cosell, and they constantly challenge him to races when they pull up alongside him in his shitty car.
Unsuspected, here we are again.
Yuji Okamoto over there on the left.
Truly a sight to behold.
But they did not end up using his voice.
No.
He had a whole impression worked out for Howard Cosell. But in the end,
it was not that good.
In the end, they overdubbed him with Rich Little. It's Rich Little doing that voice, which makes me very sad. And he said he was sad about it. Once he watched it, he realized it wasn't his voice. But he said it's their movie, whatever they want to do, I guess. So he now has to work for Porky's Restaurant Burgers to pay off that accident.
Hello,
See what happens in movies.
Yeah.
Beth broke up with me.
Oh.
The mom is all into that Mademoiselle magazines, huh?
Or McCall's. Well, he said, he said that it was based on his mom because she always tried to make like recipes she found in those magazines, but she would always apologize ahead of time, like I didn't have garlic powder, I didn't have one ingredient or two ingredients, so she'd just make. Hey,
I didn't have a wood burning stove, so
babe, look. Speaking as a mom, you try, but you don't always have every ingredient in the house.
You don't.
You cannot always have it. And you're cooking for like 4 ungrateful people in the house.
7
in her house, it was 7 people she's cooking for. You can't, win them all.
My dad be like, no salga con tus invenciones.
Don't be inventing shit, basically.
So we busted out in whack-out inventions.
So, but as a mom, you're trying to cook for everybody. You want to change it up sometimes and make it exciting until you try something new.
One time, man, she made empanadas out of regular tuna.
Gross.
Mayonnaise burned my throat.
Ew, hot mayonnaise is never good.
Not good.
Okay. By the way, Yuji Okamoto, that guy who did the Howard Cosell, he was like the 80s Asian villain. Okay. Yeah. Because he's also this guy in Karate Kid 2, which is my favorite Karate Kid of all time. When they go to Okinawa. And, he's in several movies. He's in a lot of movies, this Yuji Okamoto.
You can do better, Big Mouth? Huh? You think you can do
That's Ralph Macchio pisses me off in these movies. He does have a big mouth.
You think you could do better than this?
Whatever problems Mr. Miyagi has with your uncle, they don't have to be ours.
I'm gonna ski the K-12. Oh wait, that's a different movie.
Hey, Kuko, where you going? You go nowhere. Call my uncle. You take a bet. Yes! I give 3-1, eh?
He was a good asshole in this movie. I loved him in this movie.
You'll have a choice.
Oh yeah, that's close. It's very 60s. It's a very 60s vibe going on over there at that time. Okay, we can end this. And then let's go to the paperboy. Also is a recurring character in Lane's life.
Johnny.
4 weeks. 20 papers, that's $2. Plus tip.
Gee, Johnny, I don't have a dime. Sorry.
Didn't ask for a dime. $2.
The kid chose the outfit, huh?
The kid said he
a serial killer.
Yeah, he wanted to play it like a serial killer, like just totally serious. And that ended up being unique and the funniest one. So they chose him. He was just relentless. By the way, John Cusack, he got a DUI back in the early 90s, I guess. And as he's doing his perp walk into the holding cell, all the inmates were yelling out, $2, where's my $2? I thought that was funny. And of course, the 80s villain, the ski team captain, it's either swim team. We just watched Back to School this morning while we were getting ready. The swim team captain is an asshole. In this, it's the ski team.
Along with a rating of 1 to 10 on your style, which will be judged solely
this
by
guy's
me
only in one movie, and he's perfect.
Technique. So why don't we have you sorry-looking lot of hopefuls make your way up the hill? Now you future members of the girls' ski team can all keep me company until it's time for you to take the track. Who'd like to hold my clipboard?
It's Lane's girlfriend right there.
You're like a fine little helper. What's your name?
Charles DeMar.
Shut up, geek. What's your name? It's my favorite
Never
name.
to me a lot in my life. Not you fat ass.
Buenos dias, Roy Stalin. How you doing?
Hola, Lane Meyer.
I can see you and I share one common desire.
Buenos dias.
The desire to be a part of the well-oiled machinery that is the Greendale High School ski racing team.
Buenos dias.
By the way, these guys look 30 on the high
Buenos
school
dias,
ski team. What is
because they have
up?
black hair. Buenos dias.
All right. And of course, that 80s ski team villain was the ultimate villain, so much so that he's the inspiration for this character.
That's how I fought in Aspen the whole trip.
For this character right here.
French fries? Come on, Cartman.
Looks like you think you're a pretty good skier, huh, kid?
Well, I'm catching on pretty fast, I guess.
I've been skiing for 22 years. Think you can beat me?
No.
What's your name, hotshot?
Stan Marsh.
Stan Marsh. Stan Darsh is more like it. Darsh. All right. How about a race then? You and me.
Dude, I'm just learning.
Ooh. Looks to me like you're not such a hot shot after all.
Okay, close it.
I never said I was.
Close it.
You may think you...
All right, and then so Roy is now dating Beth, and he has to deal with that. Go ahead and play that one. My favorite scene here. Lane's working at the Porky's Burgers place.
Buenos dias.
The worst pig impersonation.
Really good today, buddy. Looking real good.
He said Buenos dias again.
Buenos dias again. And then Lane challenges Roy here. He finally stands up to him
Mexican?
once he's hanging out with Monique.
There's one language that I speak that all women understand. Just ask your last girlfriend. Would you like to learn some new words?
Shit! Stupid! Oh, pardon-moi, je suis très stupide. What's going on here?
Nothing. Just learning that Meyer's new frog girlfriend here is just as much of a clod as he is.
Hey, hold on, champ.
You called her frog girlfriend because she's French.
Captain of the ski team. The truth is, I can outski you any day of the week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you want to race? I'll take you on any day, sucker.
I can outski you any day of the week.
K-12.
I've never heard that line in real life.
Chicken?
What did you say?
Anytime, you name it.
Oh, Meyer.
You dig your own grave.
No one has to know, just me and you.
Sunday. High noon.
You're on.
Get over here, Flipper.
All right. So he starts to have feelings for Monique because she helps him with his training and she helps him on his car and all that stuff. And this is the scene I asked you not to watch so that you could watch it here. It is the cringiest scene in any movie, I think. But then I read the comments and everybody's like, oh my God, this is the most romantic scene. But wait till the end of the scene. It hurts. It hurts. Take me in. Candlelight dinner at Porky's, by the way. Because he has the keys to the restaurant.
They're going to eat snots.
What they're going to eat here. And he's got champagne, I guess. And they're both high school students, by the way. Yeah, Dan Schneider provided it for them. TV dinner. Oh, that's right, because his mom gave him TV dinners for Christmas, huh?
Yeah, Santa.
Which really happened in real life, I think.
He said that his mom gave him TV dinner for dinner because he liked she wanted to give him the dessert only.
Like he had expressed that he liked the dessert one time, so she bought him those as Christmas presents.
Wait, I forgot the most important thing.
Most important thing. Felipe, get ready for it. It's gonna hurt so good. Oh my God. If somebody did this to me as a date.
Are bubbles supposed to come out of that thing?
Are bubbles supposed to come out? I mean.
There's like some Family Guy shit that Seth Meyers, Seth MacFarlane might want to do.
I mean.
I see Brian the whole time here. Oh, no.
Some guy did that to me for a date. I wouldn't be able to stop laughing.
Matter of fact.
So it's a pretty formula movie, but there's a lot of fantasy cutaways. If you remember that show, Parker Lewis Can't Lose. Oh, I tell you, it brought tears to my eyes. It's so funny. It's a formula movie, but it is the 80s movie. I think it created the formula, honestly. I think it did. He created the formula. He created the formula without realizing it, that director and writer. Because after this, every movie was like when was Hot Dog the movie out, Isaac? Look up Hot Dog the movie. Because remember all the hot dog ski movies? There was like Hot Dog 1 and 2. And
Ski Patrol with part of
84, yeah. Ski Patrol, that's right. George Lopez. Oh, I forgot about that. He was in a ski movie.
They tell him Buenos Dias the whole movie.
No way. Anyway, I could watch this movie anytime. But not this one. Not Ski Patrol.
More mascots than last year, huh, guys?
Doing Rodney Dangerfield?
What do you know? They follow me from my apartment in New
TK Carter just died. He didn't get recognized either.
I tell you, anybody got a cat?
Those are awful impersonations.
Hey man, you need to work on that.
It feels like George Lopez's hair used to be way down here, right? He had a very short brow.
Yeah.
And now it's not. Anyway, that's Better Off Dead. You have any other comments about Better Off Dead?
No. Can I go to the bathroom?
Go ahead. Pause. Make it snappy.
I live in Hollywood. I live in Hollywood.
I've been arrested by you.
And I never dreamed that I knew somebody like you.
gotta call AAA. I'll talk to you later.
What are you doing here? It's not even the weekend.
This is my case. I'm sticking with it.
Guys, he's getting away!
I'm on it.
Alan, no!
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say about Better Off Dead?
You're right about this. Was it really the first movie where the lead actor has to go through some type of event, whether it's that skiing? Cause I know,
or like a challenge to win
I know
somebody?
There's movies out there where I know the skating movie where the guy has to skate the main guy. Karate Kid, he has to fight the main guy in karate.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of that stuff was the tension in a lot of those 80s movies, you know? Because there's always a challenge of some sort. Yeah, it's like and then Karate Kid, you're right. There's a challenge at the of like winning some. I mean, I think dueling for somebody's love or affection has always been a thing.
Yeah.
But it really became a thing in the 80s when I don't know, maybe it was competitive sports came to...
There was something a little
I don't know what...
Like Billy Madison.
Yeah.
And like they use Billy Madison, he has to...
It's part of a
golf,
formula, yeah.
And he's using both movies we're talking about. The plot of... The Billy Madison is the plot of these both movies.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Go on.
No, you're right. Because, I mean, it is a formula that they've stuck to because it worked for a while.
Yeah.
But I felt like it's not just the tension with like a guy who stole a guy's girl or whatever. But I always felt as a kid, because, you know, I grew up poor and you grew up poor and stuff. But I always felt like there was a rich and poor tension that was clearly...
So he's poor, right, compared to everybody else.
He's middle class, I guess, but to me that was rich. You know, middle class was rich to me. But the idea of preppy and jocks and nerds and all that whole division started in the 80s, and I really noticed it because I was on one side of that world.
What's that movie with Kevin Dillon would do it for Johnny?
Kevin, you mean Matt Dillon do it for Johnny?
Yeah, that movie. It's social.
You mean The Outsiders?
Yeah, that's
Socias and Greasers. That was the Socias and Greasers. What was that, 83, 82? 83 Outsiders. I loved Outsiders so much.
That's also like a comparison, right? These guys are poor. They're
poor.
Trash.
Oh, they're the wrong side of the tracks. Yeah, they're definitely the wrong side of the tracks.
Models.
They all happen to be models. I mean, look at Matt Dillon and
this is right here, man. Like,
and Soda Pop, who is Rob Lowe.
Everybody
look at Rob Lowe in Outsiders.
Is in their prime right here. Tom Cruise is in there.
Tom Cruise has some nasty teeth
in this
movie.
Put these motherfuckers together again.
Tom Cruise didn't have his teeth fixed yet.
Like
he's got
Twilight
like a broken tooth.
Twilight.
Look at Rob Lowe in this movie. He's Soda Pop. You know, that's his. He was like the king at this. His role is small.
Swayze, he's Soda Pop.
No, Patrick Swayze is Dallas.
That's right, Dallas.
I'm sorry, he's Derry. Dallas is
the older brother.
He's Daryl.
Patrick Swayze was already the older brother guy in his movie.
They have no parents. He's taking care of his younger brothers.
Yeah, that's how they do it in the South.
He had a broken tooth. That front right tooth, I think, is a replacement. But look at him. Zoom in right there on that jean vest. That's them nasty teeth right here. He's got, they're all right. And I'm speaking as a person with very crooked teeth, but.
Man, Mission Impossible, fix that tooth. That tooth right there, man. You gotta.
You can't handle the tooth.
That's a good one. That kind of tooth right there, man. You're gonna fall for any coat, man.
Maybe even Scientology.
You already believe in the tooth fairy. That tooth right there, look like he opens beers with those teeth. That's the kind of teeth you have, man, when you meet your dad for the first time and your dad has good teeth. You're like, oh, man.
No, that's why we didn't have health insurance. I know, man. I know the
teeth
feeling.
Say, I love water out of a whale.
See, I think he's eating Oreos or something in that, so I'll give him a pass on that. But yeah, that was before he had the money to fix his teeth.
Even when my teeth got removed, they were not that bad.
I think Scientology fixed his teeth, and then he forever owed them
prayer.
They don't.
She has tooth again. I can't believe it.
Come on, it's a real mouth. It's okay. It's just it shows you that he would not
every
be.
Day when they were making a movie, he was smiling. Go, no way, nobody's gonna give me $1 million for a movie.
Right next to Rob Lowe. Look at that jaw. Wait a minute. What is up with Rob Lowe's jaw right there?
Perfect.
Is that like a glitch in the photo? It's not a shadow. That's weird. It is a shadow. I see. Well, that's a weird shadow, though.
That teeth, man.
Also, C. Thomas Howell, who fell off the earth after Soul Man.
Those teeth.
Don't forget about him.
The director saw this movie and saw his teeth. You know what? I'm doing Rumblefish next.
You know what? You're going to do backflips in this movie, and that's it.
Well, let's get back to the next thing.
Okay, we are talking about another movie. You can't handle the tooth.
I didn't know his teeth were like that. Sad.
Well, it's just one movie. That's all right. It's not sad. He's fine. He comes out fine. Don't worry about him.
No wonder he don't run for office.
And then he makes a bunch of movies that I never saw. I think I avoid Tom Cruise movies. I just don't know why. I think I've only seen Minority Report.
I saw all his movies, man. I saw all his movies before Mission Impossible.
I have no interest in Mission Impossible. I have no interest in Born on the 4th of July.
I saw that one.
I saw Rain Man. I did see that. What else did you see? Not action. How about not action movies with him?
I saw the movie, The Client, whatever the word that author does.
Yeah, John Grisham. Yeah, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I saw the John Grisham, Tom Cruise.
I did see the You Can't Handle the Truth, whatever that's called.
Todd or The Hunt for Red October, whatever movie he was in.
I didn't see
one of them.
that.
I saw it. I saw the one where
he is good in the Collateral Damage.
He's American.
In Collateral with Jamie Foxx, he's great in that.
Should have won an Oscar for that.
But yeah, I don't really care for Tom Cruise. I mostly avoid his movies, not on purpose. Tropic Thunder, well, he's barely in that and he doesn't look like himself. You've seen him in Tropic Thunder, right? Yeah. It is why he's so good, because he's not himself. He's chubby agent, I guess, right? And he does his little weird dance. Even as that character, though, he's annoying, honestly, I have to say. Because, see, he's trying to be cool there. I don't know. Anyway, let's get back to the show. We got a few more minutes here. I'm trying to stay on task, man. One Crazy Summer was the second movie that Savage Steve Holland did. You can play the trailer. During the summer after high school graduation, Hoops McCann, played by John Cusack, isn't sure what his future holds, but he really wants to write and illustrate.
This was one of my favorite movies growing up.
Really?
Yeah. I never really seen it. I will see it all the time, but I've never really paid attention to it.
It's a good background
movie. We just wanted to see Bobcat Goldthwait.
Yeah, Bobcat Goldthwait was the biggest draw of this movie.
Oh my God, it's so funny.
Even though they thought Demi Moore was the biggest draw of this movie, but I tell you, once you see her sing, you're not interested anymore. But it takes place on the island of Nantucket, off of Cape Cod, Massachusetts area. And they pick up a hitchhiker who is,
Are you ready for me?
what's her face? Demi Moore.
Demi Moore.
And she's also a singer, but then all of a sudden she has a grandfather who's going to lose his house to these rich people who are developing the island of Nantucket.
Yes, they want to use her.
And they want to buy her grandfather's
for a
home.
restaurant.
Yeah, for a restaurant. Yeah. So. And then Bobcat and Tom Villar both played twin brothers who aren't really twins. Go ahead.
Gonna tell you something that I never thought about that in Caddyshack.
It feels like a Caddyshack.
In Caddyshack, even though they don't show it, Rodney Dangerfield Company is gonna come in and destroy part of that golf
That's
course
true. Yeah.
to build whatever he wants to build.
Yeah, because he's a developer and that sort of thing. Yeah. Yeah. That's the thing. He's new money because of all that.
New money,
and that's how I feel about Trump. Even though Trump's old money, he's got the class of a new money guy like
New money
that
feel.
coming in and with all this legacy people around him who I don't want to say rich people are classy just by default. I'm just saying they've had a lot more time to develop their
wealth
and their personality and all that stuff. And then Trump seems like a Rodney Dangerfield, less fun, coming in and busting up, shaking up the old money or whatever. But Rodney Dangerfield's great in that. That was his first movie, huh? Caddyshack.
Yes.
And he's probably 65 in that, right? God dang.
There's still hope, people.
I know, we're waiting for your fans to become writers and stuff so they could start putting you, writing characters.
Start writing eulogies and shit.
It already happened, though. The things that you've had were written for you, the things that you've done that have been a little more like
me,
you, and like, I think that's a good way to be. Even the commercial, the Honda Fit commercial, that the writer on that campaign, Omar Ponce, he was a fan of yours and he wrote you in, even not knowing that your Spanish might not be announcer level Spanish. They had faith in you. All right, let's play. You played the trailer. Okay. So basically it is another formula because he gets to Nantucket and then all of a sudden there's a challenge. Right. They have to win some boat race to win money to buy Cassandra, Demi Moore's grandfather's house and save it from being swallowed up as part of this development.
Yeah.
Right. That Niedermeyer is trying to do. Right. The guy that played Niedermeyer in Animal House. And it's crazy. It has the same cast of characters where you got like your rich assholes. You got your people from the wrong side of the tracks or misfits, I guess. They're more of misfits and weirdos. Yeah. And then
the runaway band leader.
Yeah. And then you've got a wacky dog and his
two
child owner.
Strands.
Two what?
Two little reggae.
Oh, the
strands.
dog?
No, she has a little.
Oh, you mean Demi Moore? Yeah, she has her little braids.
Two dreadlocks.
Which somebody called them cornrows. And I was like, those aren't cornrows. That's two braids. That's like two braids you get when you go to the Bahamas.
Some people feel it hot. She just felt it hot.
You go to the Bahamas, you see those women like braiding
Michael
hair.
Scott.
No, Michael Scott has one when he comes back from Jamaica. That little beads right there, right?
Oh my God.
Everything Irie.
Comedy has only one.
But when I went to the Bahamas the first time, that's when I first felt like, I don't know if I should be here. I wasn't rich. But I'm just this.
You were better off than most of the people there.
I guess. Maybe. At the time, I really wasn't. But I scraped together some money and went. But I didn't go to a resort. And I'm hanging out with all the regular people. But at the tourist spots, you see these women braiding hair. And I had to do a layover in Nassau, which is more of a tourist island. And all the little girls had like 3 braids with beads.
Derek in the movie 10. This is your mom right there in Jamaica.
I didn't go to Jamaica. I went to Bahamas.
The Bahamas.
But
with braids. No. That was your mom right there, bro.
I did do my own cornrows.
They all look like that, huh?
But I never put
the little
beads.
girls look exactly like that.
Yeah, but they didn't do full heads. They just had like 3 braids hanging off.
3?
But they're these women, island women, and they just make their money just doing a few braids, make money from these tourists. But it feels wrong to I'm going to this place, and I'm going to have these women make 2 braids at some park bench.
Just 2 braids, though? I want the whole
or 3 braids. They're not going to do your whole head.
Man,
that's a lot of money, baby. That's a lot of money.
What do they charge for those 2 horrible braids?
I don't even know. I never asked for one. I felt wrong asking for one. I would never. I could braid my own hair, but I don't want to. That's how I feel when I go to Hawaii. I'm like, I don't know if I should be here.
I'm like a Mexican man. Should I get the blind guy to shine my shoe or not?
I have a little bit of guilt.
Big booty lady with the cross eyes.
Shine your shoes. Anyway, so again, the 80s formula complete with rich douchebags like this guy. Teddy.
Picking up a boat. Whose boat is it?
Bill Murray's brother.
Where? Oh, that's Bill Murray's brother on the left. Yeah, Joel Murray. He's also in a movie called Moving Violations, which has everybody and their brother. Everybody's brother in that movie. Stacy Keach's brother.
And Groundhog Day.
Is he in Groundhog Day? Oh, yes, he is. He's his brother in Groundhog Day. He plays his brother. You touched my car.
Best scene ever, man.
You touched my car! Right, well, let me just get it clean then. You touched it again! Don't ever touch my car!
And this guy here, another 80s bully, but this is the dad. But Niedermeyer, they have to stick Niedermeyer in here. He's so cruel. He's so evil. He likes to listen to the sound of the lobster dying in the water. Leave me.
Like that thing wouldn't melt.
I know. You can't put a stethoscope in water. Hot water. And it turns out Cassandra, the hitchhiker they picked up, is a singer at the local bar on Nantucket.
Yeah, she beat out Steven Seagal and King of the...
And his Jamaican... Oh, my God. Oh. By the way, she really sang these songs. I hate this song so much.
They want your body and they want your soul, and they won't even give you any rock and roll.
I don't think there's any guitar being played right here, even though she's really working it. But look at her band, though, by the way. Wait, not the waitresses here who jumped in, but her band is like 50-year-old men.
She playing the guitar?
Maybe. I don't.
Was this song released on Spotify?
I don't. There was no Spotify back then. Anyway.
Oh man.
Okay.
That's bad.
It's painful. Go to some other characters. They'll show the gas station attendant and the dog, the little girl who's very defensive about her dog.
Faces.
Taylor Negron on the left, comedian. Rich
They're
Hall.
both stand-up comics, those guys.
Rich Hall on the right. Billy Bird right there, that lady.
I can't wait all night.
Yeah, gas was $1.38 back then. When I graduated in 1990, it was like $1.
$1.38? Expensive there.
Well, this is right after, not too long after the gas crisis in the late 70s, right?
Damn, that looks like
But
one
it
of
still
those
came
medical
down.
experiments that went astray.
Little girl, I'm gonna have nightmares just knowing that dog exists.
But it's also, well, no, it's Nantucket.
It's been microwaved or something.
Why, Wilbur,
She hates people talking about her dog.
mercy killing.
She gets mad.
What do you say, little girl? Want us to put that dog out of its misery for you?
Well, I can't wait any longer.
Yeah, she must have murdered like at least 5 people in the movie.
I know she does. By the way, Rich Hall, you asked about Rich Hall and what he was known for. He's known for snigglets. Back then, before The Daily Show.
What's snigglets?
I'll show you in a second. But before The Daily Show, pause it. There was a show on HBO called Not Necessarily the News. And it had a bunch of comedians making funny twists on the news, right? Or fake like sketches and stuff. So he did this whole thing called Snigglets, and he'll explain what a sniglet is right here.
Hello, welcome to another installment of Snigglets. Now, tonight we're going to introduce some new words into the English language, and it's important that you not only learn these words, but use them in your vocabulary as much as possible. After all, snigglets are pretty much an ingrained part of our language now, so people will understand when you use a word like script or yinkle.
It's basically a word that doesn't exist in the dictionary.
In the same position for at least 50 years, like those bottles of hair tonic you always find in barber shops. A yinkle is any person who combs his hair over his bald spot thinking nobody will notice. That combination spoon-fork device you find at fast food restaurants is known as a spork.
By the way, spork didn't exist until he made it up there. It didn't, but everybody calls it spork today. But he had books of snigglets in stores and stuff. It's like made up words.
The package is known as the porcus non grata.
Anyway, they're not that funny, but go ahead, pause it. You can end this. And then it's not your brand of humor. I'm not saying they were funny. I'm just saying that's what a sniglet is, but that's what he was famous for at the time. And really couldn't get anybody to pay attention to his regular stand-up after that.
No more Ferrari. And do you know what happens then, Ted?
Don't say it, Dad.
That's right, Ted. You'll have to go to...
No! No, Dad, don't say it! Don't say that word, please, I'll win!
So he's going to force him to get a job if he doesn't win some boat championship you don't learn about till halfway through the movie. And then all of a sudden, our heroes have to make a boat because they have no boat. But like you said, Bobcat Goldthwait does steal the show. He and Tom Villard play twins who look nothing alike but are tight-knit and very protective of each other. Can play the...
Let me tell you a story.
Twins?
No, that's not...
About a little fat boy that nobody loved. And that all the other kids, they used to make fun of him. And they would pick on him. And then they used to say that he talked funny and stuff. and they had a twin brother. And everybody...
That's his twin.
Everybody said that he didn't look anything like his twin brother. But he wanted to.
Egg, were you the little fat boy?
No, but I used to like to beat him up. You know, I'd grab him and go, why are you so fat? Why are you so fat? And I'd beat the shit out of him.
Oh, it's the funniest scene of the movie.
I saw Bobcat Goldthwait back in the days. I was on the road and it came on in the middle of the night. And he was one of those Twilight Zone type of shows, but it was not the Twilight Zone, like Tales from the Crypt,
or Tales from the Dark Side.
Mm-hmm. And he played a comedian that was possessed with a puppet, and he bombs, and then he goes into the same character like that, and talks straight to the puppet. You fucking suck, and throws him inside of a trash can. Bobcat Goldthwait throws his puppet instead of a trash can.
Bobcat Goldthwait, ventriloquist dummy. Yeah, I don't remember this, but it sounds like a Twilight Zone that existed.
It's dark humor.
There was a Twilight Zone where the dummy talks. Oh, this is Tales from the Crypt.
Funny line.
Oh, Don Rickles is in it.
Put yourself in a hospital and just lay there with the covers open and let the nurse stare at you.
Go forward because he ends up grabbing the. Bobcat ends up grabbing the puppet and takes it on stage, but it's not funny for him.
Oh, that's Bobcat right there, yeah.
But he bombs.
You can't hear him. You can't understand him.
Yeah. Come on, kid, you can do it. But seriously, folks. My partner and myself would like to take this time to announce that we have a special guest in the audience here. A man who, without any doubt, is probably the world's greatest ventriloquist.
You ever bomb that bad?
What?
You ever bomb that bad?
Inside, yeah.
Inside. I don't remember this at all.
I didn't watch.
I didn't watch a lot of Tales from the Crypt though.
What happened here? At first we thought there
Yeah, a whole episode right here.
Anyways,
wait, damn, it's all bloody.
He starts killing for the puppet.
Oh, the puppet is evil and makes him kill. Yeah, there's a Twilight Zone like that.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
3 of them.
They're all like that.
You Even Binge.
One
Bobcat
more,
Goldthwait
a couple
career.
more clips. Ah, la la la. Okay, so Stork, Bobcat gets stuck inside a Godzilla costume. That's a funny bit from a movie
died,
set
man,
that
my
he's
first
been
scene.
guarding at the beach. He's been protecting the costume van for a long time. He shows up at a party for the Asian financiers of the new real estate
You know, when I
development
saw
and
that
causes a
Godzilla
scene.
scene, I didn't know that that's the way the Japanese filmed it with a model like that. I was so
Really? You thought it
disappointed.
was a real town that a giant monster was
I don't know
stepping
what I
on?
thought. Just
So now he really looks like Godzilla.
I didn't know
Look,
it was
there's
that
the music.
simple, you know. Here I'm scared of Godzilla.
Bam, bam, bam.
It was Joe Medina.
That real estate developer, by the way, in Big Trouble in Little China, that guy. And a lot of things, but Big Trouble in Little China is his biggest thing.
He's also in
He's enjoying it, which I thought was weird. Today, that guy would have a different reaction. In the end, our heroes win the boat race that nobody ever knew was going to happen anyway.
a boat race, just like in that movie.
By the way, Jeremy Piven's first movie, and he's another rich asshole douchebag in this.
You forgot to mention how many montages are in this movie.
There are two montages in this as well. We're going to show montages at the end,
thought there was
right
more.
after this. No, there's two in this and two in Better Off
So when
Dead.
they fix the boat,
Yeah, that's one. That's it. I think there's two boat fixing. There's two different boat fixing montages in this.
when she fixes his car,
That's in Better Off Dead.
Okay.
Yeah. And the ski training montage is Better Off Dead. So they're going to blow the hatch here and try to speed up and catch up, which is totally illegal in a sailboat race, dudes. You can't have an engine.
they don't have no engine right now.
No, they do now. They turned it on. They're blowing the hatch so they can use it.
Yeah,
But watch, when they blow the hatch,
the Ferrari engine.
the Ferrari shows up. They chopped up Teddy's Ferrari.
Genius.
He doesn't know it yet. When they pass by, they
But
see
you can't
it.
do that in a boat race, right?
No, you can't have an engine in a boat race. And not a sailboat race. That's what it is. It's a sail. There's Jimmy Piven right there. He was John Cusack's best friend and roommate at the time. That's how he got the job.
What the hell they got in that thing?
This was Jeremy Piven before he lost his hair and before he had the best hair transplant in the world. And
Culero.
it does not say, it says see you later, babe. Not everything is in Spanish. But it would be culater, right?
Yeah, culate. See you later.
See you later. And they win the race somehow, whatever.
Cheating.
But then he realizes it's his Ferrari engine. Both of these movies, like you said, use a very important 80s technique, the montage. Better Off Dead has two montages, fixing the car, practicing skiing in the K-12.
I need a lot of training fast. I'm gonna race down the K-13.
The K-13, but you're just a beginner. If you ski out of your league, you're gonna have a bad time.
I have to do this, okay? I have to.
All right, well, if you gotta get good at something really fast, there's only one way to do it. Come on.
The music is perfect.
The day is approaching to give it your best, and you've got to reach your prime. That's when you need to put yourself to the test and show us a passage of time. We're gonna need a
Montage.
They don't do montage no more.
I don't see them that much anymore. Maybe like in like a boxing movie or something.
Yeah.
Something where there's some training. A little improvement. Montage. Even Rocky had a montage.
I had a montage. I'm not like that no more.
You need a montage.
Hey, kid.
It's
Crazy,
always
alright.
fade away in a montage. Oh, Trey Parker, Matt Stone. Anyway, that's the 80s, penultimate 80s
One Fine
movies
Summer?
right there. One Crazy Summer. You said
One
it was your
Crazy-
favorite movie to watch
I
during
like
the
that
80s.
movie, man, because I like that one when they say if you do that, your face gonna stay like that.
Oh, right. And then she hits him on the back, and their faces do stay like that. It's a weird. It's one of those movies. I was really surprised. It was a first time director and writer. First of all, that he was given this opportunity. He did. It wasn't an indie movie. He got financing from the studio.
Never hated it, huh? Also, John Cusack hated that movie, and he stopped talking to him.
Yeah. So John Cusack did both movies. When Better Off Dead wrapped, he started One Crazy Summer. During the shooting of One Crazy Summer, the premiere of Better Off Dead happened, and he goes to see it, and he walked out 20 minutes into the movie, and he told the director, "You don't know what you're doing, and I can't believe I trusted you, and never speak to me again." And he thought that it could have been way better, that movie. And they had to finish. He had to go back to set. Huh?
How could it be better? He's still in it.
He's still in it. But he said later on in life, as it became a cult classic, and he realized, I can't hate on this movie forever because I'll look like an asshole.
Yeah.
So he said, I liked it. I'm glad it's doing well. I'm glad people like it. But, I always feel that way about all my movies. Said they could have been better, blah, blah. But that's a cop-out answer. He didn't like it. But he was not confident that One Crazy Summer was going to be any good because he already saw the final product of the first movie. So he had to go back to set and finish the job, but he wasn't happy with him. And they never spoke after that. He had to work with him for a few more weeks on One Crazy Summer, but they never spoke anymore.
He never directed again, huh?
Never. Well, he directed TV. He went to little easier stuff, TV and then animation and stuff. But that was his choice. But he made 2 classic 80s formula films that established the 80s formula.
Because in that movie, Not Another Teenage Movie,
all this is in there.
Everything is in there, even
Everything.
the foreign student.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
And she's naked through the whole movie.
Yeah, yes, all those elements.
She's in that movie also with she's Gotta Have It, or I don't know what's the name of that movie. There's also
She's All That.
There's also a foreign exchange student in that movie too.
She's All That.
Yeah.
Who is in She's All That? Freddie Prinze is in that, right?
Yeah.
He's the love interest.
Mm-hmm. And the girl from...
Because then they call the girl Pretty Ugly Girl, right? And Not Another Teen Movie.
Yeah.
Because she has, her hair is up and she's got glasses on. Yeah, Freddie Prinze is the love interest in that. And then all she needs is to take the glasses off and she'll be beautiful, right? Yeah, that movie has all those things in it. Yeah.
Crazy.
Anyway, that's
Yeah,
our
there you
show
go. Do you even
today.
binge?
Do you even binge? We'll see you next week.
John Cusack movies. Con Air next. Do you even binge?
Do you even binge?